Welcome everyone. Welcome to, actually this is our fourth Tell Me the Card reading in our series. So this is really to help you learn tarot and help you trust your intuition. When I say tell me the card, it doesn't matter if you know the exact card. Really what I want you to do is just tell me the energy you're feeling. So let's go ahead and get into this. Since this is going to be our last one for right now, I'm going to continue doing them, but I'm going to stop for right now and finish the monthlies. We're going to go ahead and even clarify this one. So we're going to just go ahead and let it be a reading. So where did we leave off? We had the Queen of Swords, potentially a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. We had the Six of Swords. So I was feeling that this queen had recently made a change or was thinking of making a change. I'm saying thinking because she's still sitting, but she's looking outward, right? She's looking at her future. I do feel like she's thinking this won't be easy, but it'll be worth it in the long run. So I feel like it eventually puts this queen into movement. Then we have our middle card, and beside that we had the Hangman, which I found interesting because really right now without this card in it, it's mirroring the Six of Swords. So no movement. But the Hangman I felt was really seeking wisdom, like tell me what to do next. Remember I said I felt like she was reaching down trying to find her cell phone, like should I make a call, should I reach out? But she's connected, or the Hangman's connected to the Queen of Cups. Can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Again, doesn't have to be. I feel like this queen is intuitively connecting or trying to. And if you remember earlier, I was saying that I felt this queen, let me bring this down. This Queen of Cups, I felt that she was kind of free-loving. But what I mean by that is, because I feel like this queen is free-loving, and I feel like she may be someone who does fall in love easily, and may have gotten herself into trouble. I don't know where I'm picking that all up, but I felt that and I feel it again. So, but at the same time, it's almost like she's a Cancer and she can't help but give her love. She can't help but open her heart. However, after so many times, I would imagine, well, we all know, right? It becomes harder and harder to open your heart. So I feel like that's what she's trying to do. She's really seeking intuitive advice. She's really seeking spiritual advice, whether it be from her higher self. The Hangman is not in the awakened state, so I don't feel like at this point, I'm not going to say she's not receiving the answers, but I don't feel like she's moving upon those answers. With the two queens mirroring each other, this could be two sides of oneself. The analytical, where I think about things, I put plans together. And then the queen over here, I feel like I just go by my emotions. She's carrying the key to someone's heart around her neck. I just realized that. It does feel like the key to someone, like the key to her love, and that's what she's looking for. It's almost like I've had this key and I haven't given it away yet. Okay, let's reveal what's in between. By the way, I have not looked myself. Okay, interesting. The Two of Swords kind of puts a little bit of a wrench in the plans. Because I feel like this queen over here, again, her sword is down, so she's not in a defensive mode. I feel like she just knows what she knows. And because she knows that, she knows there needs to be a change in her life. I do feel like she is going to make that change. And it's interesting if we look at the Two of Swords. First of all, this person does have a blindfold on. Something they don't want to face, or something they're not seeing. I feel like that energy belongs to this Queen. So, something emotional. But it's almost like this Queen is traveling in and then met by this Two of Swords. Interesting. So a two gives them, or if this is two sides of oneself, gives an opportunity for change, right? I just got to take that blindfold off. I feel like in the Two of Swords, sometimes I feel like it's going to be worse than it actually is. But I got to face it. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot on this and make this a whole reading. And I may do this premiere. We'll see. Actually, I'm doing Cancer's reading next, and I feel like I have a feeling this Queen's going to come out in that reading. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but I do. Okay. We have the World. We're going to take what's face up first. We have the World. So there is a change coming over this Queen of Swords. There's a new chapter opening up, and it's interesting because to me the World is really a spiritual time. It's the most spiritual time in my life. It's where I'm understanding that I'm more than just this human being. I'm also a spiritual being, and I feel like just that knowing gives this Queen, what do I want to say, the guts to make the change, to make whatever change. And then look at this, the Ace of Swords. Maybe some type of communication. This Queen may be making a call, and it may be met with a little bit of fear. Let's see. Let's keep going. Interesting. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, coming over that Two of Swords. And then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. I feel like, first of all, this Queen over here has definitely been cheated on. Now, let's say this is a same-sex relationship. Though it doesn't have to be, because remember, I feel like we can be a queen, we can be a king, because we have masculine and feminine energy, each and every one of us. So, it just put yourself where it fits, you know what I mean? But anyways, Seven of Swords, so I do feel like this Queen has definitely, listen, I feel like both Queens really have dealt with some really untrustworthy energy. And, but it's in reverse. That's a good thing. That means that period, let's say this Queen or King, let's just say this person is coming in, but then is met with this Two of Swords. I feel like that's a hump, or just a little challenge that we got to get through. The Ten of Pentacles is right over that. So, even if this is talking about, let's say, two queens that want to come together to collaborate, the Ten of Pentacles speaks about the House of Abundance. It's in reverse. But I just feel like the reason why it's in reverse is because someone's not trusting in their own abilities. Alright, these first. Well, hello, another Queen of Wands. Another Queen, I mean. So this can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the Queen of Action. I feel like this Queen of Cups has been in this mode, the Hangman mode, seeking wisdom for her next steps, maybe for a little while. You know, I feel like this queen, listen, doesn't mean like she's always this way, but I feel like she's a pretty kind soul. And I feel like because of that, she's had to deal with some just untrustworthy energy in love, but also in just in her life, period. Maybe in her finances, that type of thing. This could also talk about someone who may be in a relationship and wants to leave a relationship, right? Because 10 of Pentacles in reverse, you know, that house of abundance is not so abundant right now. So, I feel like this queen talks about action. All right, let's keep going. We have the Page of Cups. Interesting. Page of Cups with the Queen of Cups. I feel like this is someone that I probably knew in my earlier years. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. Nice. So we have the Ace of Swords and then the Ace of Pentacles all coming over the Six of Swords. You know why I think these aces are coming over the Six of Swords? It's almost like a congratulations. Especially with the World here, right? The next chapter. And then the aces. The Ace of Swords. Listen, nothing else, it's truth. It's mirrored by the Seven of Swords, which is not truthful. But that's in reverse. And then the Ace of Pentacles is about something that's coming into your physical world. And it's meant to really expand your world. You know, I often feel like the Ace of Pentacles is like one of my seeds of intention that I really want to bring to life now. So I love the two aces over the Six of Swords. You know, getting through that temporary, uncomfortable energy just of change. But then the universe feels like, but we're going to help you. All right, what else do we have? We have the Ten of Wands. Interesting how we have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse there with the Two of Swords. I feel like this is two different people. Or if it's not two different people, it's two different ways of, you know, looking at a situation. But I feel like this queen has been carrying, you know, the weight of something for way too long. And I don't feel like it is giving her the results that she had hoped for. Whether it be a relationship, a job, what have you. I just feel like I've been in it. I've given all I can give. And then I get screwed. I end up carrying the weight of everything. I shoulder all the responsibility. This queen could be with someone who tends to like spend the money, you know. Well, hello, 10 of Cups. Come on. 3 10s in a row. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I have a feeling we're going to flip that back over, though. 10 of Wands in the upright. I have to know that. I have to know if I'm carrying more than my own weight. You know, I often feel in the 10 of Wands like I'm carrying around the responsibility of someone else. Like someone else is not pulling their weight. And then we have the 10 of Cups. This Hangman, how it's reaching down. Let me just show you. Like it's reaching down, right? There's something there. Well, what is it? The 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. It's almost like she's saying, I'm just not going to take this anymore. It's been too much. I gave everything I could give. And I feel like this queen over here has made some changes in her own life. Like, I feel like her spirituality is really coming alive. Like, she knows what she deserves and what she doesn't deserve. What's the Hangman looking for? This 10 of Cups. But I feel like, you know, it's not just the 10 of Cups. I'm going to make sure whoever I'm in that 10 of Cups with is honest and truthful. I can trust them. And I feel like that's why the 7's in reverse. Also, it's a 7. So I feel like it's speaking of this year. We're in the universal year 7. How interesting. Let's take one more over the, or under the Queen of Cups, next to the Ten of Cups. And we have the Hermit. Beautiful. So this Queen's been in a period of reflection. You know, the Hermit is really the wise old one. The old wise one. I'm saying that wrong. And I don't mean like age. Probably lifetimes. I feel like this Queen is understanding that I'm really here to gain this wisdom, right? Gain the wisdom of like the challenges and how to overcome them and how not to get stuck in them. Card of Virgo, by the way. You know, 9 is about reflection, but it's also about the final reflection. It's interesting, too, because I feel like this Queen may do something like to make her money, like in a spiritual way. You know, like I'm seeing that Tibetan singing bowl. Doesn't mean that that's what you do, but I just feel like, you know, there's a spiritual component to her. And potentially I feel like what she's learned, and then her, you know, if you look at the Hermit shining his beacon of light outwardly, helping the world, right? I mean, I'm helping everyone. Maybe it's just one person. Maybe it's myself. This beacon of light is illuminating the snake that's underneath it. And, you know, I feel like that's really what your spiritual team wants to know. Like when you allow yourself to be open to energy, not block yourself off because of fear, you'll know, you'll feel what's right, you'll feel what's wrong. This lantern will illuminate any snake that tries to come to you. Maybe you're helping to illuminate others. This Ace of Pentacles, I love that well, I mean, I don't love the Ten of Wands. I don't like the Ten of Wands because it's a period of just heavy responsibility, sometimes more than my own. And again, I have a feeling for some it has to do with finances, like, you know, like I make the money and someone spends it as fast as I make it. So I feel like both queens know that there need to be change. I don't know if they're searching for each other or if this queen is searching for this queen. Again, can be male or female. But it kind of feels that way. And I feel like, you know, as this person moves forward, they are met with that Two of Swords. But here's why. Alright, I want to take just one more round. We have the moon. Interesting. We just went through all, the eclipse, the full moon. Went through a lot of type of energy. I felt like it was, you know, Mercury retrograde, all that. I feel like energy has been heavy lately. But hopefully it's lifting. So the moon, the ruler of Cancer, the card of Pisces. To me, this can also talk about moon type energy, dreamy type energy. You know, like I have a dream, and then in the Six of Swords, I'm going to move towards it. I feel like someone's going to get a call. And again, whether it's love or whether it's creativity. Three of Swords. Coming over those tens and that 2. Well, that doesn't surprise me because I do feel like this queen, probably both have had their heart broken, right? Probably both have had some very tough relationships. But I feel like, we all have our breaking point. I feel like this queen has already reached her breaking point. This queen is reaching her breaking point. When I say breaking point, I mean enough so that it brings movement. Well, look at that. 4 of Wands. Right over the 10 of Cups. The House of Harmony with the 7 of Swords in reverse. This is a house of honesty. Who's ever in this relationship. This is the marriage card. This is the commitment card. This is something I feel like you can trust. Listen, this is definitely talking about some difficult past. But, our spiritual being knows that we can overcome it. Wow. So I feel like whoever these 2 people are, they are going to connect. Now, whenever this person takes off the blindfold, walks through that fear, reaches her breaking point, which I feel like she's there. And I feel like the Queen of Wands is representing the action. Like, I've given and I've given and I've given. Now I'm going to start following my desires, my passion. Maybe she already has someone in mind, because over here we have this page, earlier time. Interesting. So we have the marriage card right over the 10 of Cups. And I feel like, listen, I don't feel like this is like instantaneously. But I feel like what it's talking about is these 2 people now moving towards that, right? They're both letting go of the toxicity within their separate lives. And listen, I feel like this person over here knows who they want. And I feel like this person over here potentially is also thinking about someone. And maybe potentially wants the same thing, but again, stuck, right? Has been stuck. I feel like that's going to start moving now. And, it's like we can't push someone, to do something they're not ready to do, right? They have free will. So I almost feel like this queen had to come to her breaking point. And I feel like she did. And I say breaking point, I don't mean like a breakdown. I mean like I put a line in the sand. She's been reflecting. Could be someone who's been reflecting for a period of time. But nonetheless, the 10 of Cups with the 4 of Wands over it. To me, it's the most beautiful love card. What's under that? The Hangman. So, this person is seeking, like if I, let's say this is talking about love. If I allow myself to commit again, there are requirements, right? Like, I have to know this person's going to be truthful and honest with me. But you know what? I feel like whenever this comes together, you just automatically know that. You just automatically feel that. And, with the Hermit here, there were definitely some, even though difficult, but there were some soul lessons that were learned. And that's always a good thing, because that's why we're here. We're here to learn these, how to overcome these challenges. And then when we do, I feel like the universe responds. I mean, here this queen is, she's making that move, and boom, there's 2 aces. The universe is responding. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. So I thank you for allowing me to do these videos. I found them very, very interesting. We're not going to stop. We're just going to stop for right now. Because it's like if I do another reading, I have to do another reveal. So, yeah, we're going to let them be so I can get back to the monthlies, and then we'll pick them back up again if you guys like them. So, it's funny, Thomas, I think in somewhere you picked the Two of Swords, and it was just one reading too early. But there it is. So it's interesting because I feel like many of you, like, you're naming cards, and I feel like you're all so close, right? Because we're looking energetically what is the card. Like, this isn't about magic, like it's more about the energy. It's really what we're teaching here is energy, how to follow the energy. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I thank you guys. I hope you're enjoying them. We're going to get back to the monthlies, so I'll see you soon at our table. I don't know if I'm going to do this as a premiere yet, because I may do Cancers as a premiere, but we'll see. So, that is your answer for number 3. I love you guys. I thank you. And I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.